Hey guys, I wanted to share with you a dream that I had on March the 17th. Um, I'm still studying for revelation on it. Once I tell you, you'll understand why. There's so much symbolism and so much depth to it. As far as like spiritually, it's just a lot. So I'm gonna go ahead and upload the dream because we have some really bad weather. We're under some tornado watches where I live, and I don't know if you've heard about the people that lost their lives and more, and the others that went through like complete destruction. Let's be mindful and pray for those people. The one before that, the tornado before that, hit 2 hours from me, so it was just real close. And now we're under it, and most of the east, I mean the Midwest, maybe it's the Mid-East, is under this right now. But anyways, I wanted to get this video out to you, and because of the signal, it's going to take it a long time to upload, so I want to do some short videos instead of a long one. March the 17th, I had a dream that I was headed to a white dinner party, and in the dream, I was dressed very promiscuously. It was a white dinner party, and so all the people that were there were dressed in white, and I had two girls with me, one on each side of me, which I don't know who they were, and they were in mini skirts and tank tops, and I was in a 3/4 length Henley shirt. That's just the closest thing I can find that resembles what it was, but it was a dress that looked like a Henley shirt, and it had a iridescent kind of glitter to it. So when I walked, it kind of had like a slinky sheer colored glow to it. I was in white heels, and I was showing like a lot of my legs, and that's, for those of you that know me personally, I don't dress like that. It was very unmodest. The other girls that were with me were actually dressed more of a club type attire, but they were covered more than I was on their legs. Now up here I was fully covered, and of course I had 3/4 length sleeves, but my legs showed, and that's not something that I would normally do unless, I'm in a swimsuit, of course. So in my dream, I know that usually I'm aware of things that are going on in my dream, but in my dream, this was not, in fact, I was in the right, and everybody else around me was more or less sinful, and I was aware of it, but everybody would make comments about my attire, or like the girls made reference to how much leg I was showing, and I didn't really think much about it. I kind of thought to myself, okay, there's really nothing wrong with what I've got on. Y'all are the ones that look very sinful. And the best I can relate to it was almost like I was in the era of the garden before Adam and Eve sinned and were shameful of their bodies, if that makes sense. But it was something that I had to recollect. I was reading their minds. I could hear what they were thinking. There was a particular two guys over to my right-hand side that kept saying, in their minds, promiscuous things like adulterous things about me. And it was bothering me. I felt aggravated by it. But I was like, oh yeah, I know, they're so sinful. They don't realize that what I have on is pure. So it was almost like backwards. My thought was backwards, but in a righteous way. Anyways, we proceeded as the night went on, and everybody was just dancing and eating and singing and playing games, and we got around this white table. There was 4 of us. I was on the south, there was somebody on my east and west, and the guy was on the north, and we were playing this game where you take 5 quarters in your hand and you shake them in your hand, and then you like kind of throw them or roll them. I don't know how that's done, but we did it in this dream, and everybody was rolling their quarters, and I realized that when I rolled my quarters, the object of the game was you wanted them to land on tails. Well, all my quarters landed on tails. 3 of them landed directly in front of me, and one landed over to the left and then another to in front of the guy. But before the last one landed, it kept spinning and spinning, and then it fell over on tails. And everybody was like hollering and clapping and, yay, you did it, hooray, whatever. And I looked at the quarters, and on the tails side of the quarters, all of the tails that had landed, there were a rainbow emblem on the back of the quarter. Now these were like U.S. quarters, and they had a rainbow with the clouds. And I drew a picture so that you could see what I seen when I looked at the quarters. I know this is going to be backwards, but it had some writing on the top and, you know, something on the bottom. But I just knew that the quarters had rainbows on them. So 5 quarters with rainbows on the tails. So anyways, I wanted to go ahead and show you that. As soon as I seen the rainbows, I woke up. So I'm still looking into it. I've noticed that there are a few others that have videos out with rainbows, and this is confirming some of the studies that I'm looking through right now. Anyways, guys, I'm going to go ahead and stop this video and upload this one, and then I'll go into my studies on my next one. Thanks for watching.